Our parasha today is Parashat Vayera. It talks about how the process of the redemption of Egypt started, and it talks about the first 7 plagues that inflicted the Egyptians, on the way to the Geulah of Mitzrayim. So there is when Hashem asked Moshe to start his mission, the pasuk said, "ויצווים אל בני ישראל ואל פרעה מלך מצרים להוציא את בני ישראל מארץ מצרים." That Hashem asked them to commanded them regarding the children of Israel and regarding Paro Melech Mitzrayim, so they take them out. Rashi say, what does it mean? He talked about that many times. Rashi said that when he was asking Moshe that when you have to lead the Israelites benachat and to lisbol otam, yani to tolerate them, and also for Paro lahlok lo kavod means that you have to give him respect, even though he was Rasha, he caused significant amount of suffering to our people. He has to say, still he is Melech, and you have to respect him. And it seems strange, but apparently the Torah and the Rashi emphasize this issue quite a bit, because when there was one of the complaints in the desert for the meat, he says Moshe Rabbeinu told Hashem that why did you give me this mission? You told me to carry the Jews like a mother carries her baby. So the Rashi asks, where Hashem asked him to do that? He referred to this pasuk that you have to learn again benachat, that you have to lead them and you have to tolerate them from here. And in Bamidbar, where we mentioned that issue of the complaint, he told him, Al menat leharref etchem. I will say exactly, Al menat sheyu soklim etchem umharrefim etchem. That so they can almost, they didn't say afilu im hayu soklim etchem umharrefim etchem. He said Al menat, that because so they can do that to you. So this is a significant lesson to Jewish leaders. And also in Parashat Shoftim, when there is a commandment to have king of the Jews, it says what are the criteria. First, he has to be Jewish. You can't have somebody who is not Jewish to be the king of the Jews. And the Torah tells him he cannot have too many horses, he can't have too many wives, and he can't amass significant amount of wealth except for what is necessary to lead and conduct the kingdom. And furthermore, it says that he has to have Sefer Torah. He has to have 2 Sefer Torah. Every one of us is commanded to have 1 Sefer Torah, but the king has to have, and one she will have it in his treasury, and the other one he has to be with him all the time, and so he will so he will live for long. And also in the Torah there is no really commandment not to be ge'eh, not to be somebody who is haughty, except for the king. So we can see here that the Torah is giving us criteria and guidelines for the leaders of the Jewish people how to conduct themselves. They have to tolerate the people. They have to, even if they were, if they bother them, if they didn't tolerate them, they have to to understand them and put themselves in their shoes, so they will be able to lead them effectively. This is in far contrast to what we see in other leaders in the world. We spoke about that last week when we talked about Louis XIV, the Louis XIV. He was called the Roi Soleil. He had absolute power. Look what the palaces that they built for themselves. You see them all over Europe. This is at a time when their people were really suffering and they are hungry. They are doing these magnificent monuments to them. And even in the current day, look, for example, the president of Syria, Assad. Him and his father, they governed for 42 years. And people say, you know what, we need some election, we need to have some democracy, we want to speak basic rights. He said, no way. In the first speech before the Intifada, before the revolution, he said, all the reforms that they need, the Syrian people, are done. If somebody wants more reform, that means that he is traitor. And he didn't care. Now he governs only a third of the country. His country is in shambles. 250,000 people died. 2-3 million are refugees in other countries, and many more millions are internally displaced. And he's going to stay in power. This is exactly like Paro, that he lost his with the Makkot. His livestock were dead. The trees were ruined by the barad. The vegetables and the vegetation were ruined by the arbe, by dread in Arabic they call it. And during the Hoshech, when there was darkness, the Egyptians lost all their assets to the Jews, and still Ahmed Bemerdo, in fact, even his own advisor told him, I mean, you didn't realize yet that Egypt is lost and you are still holding on to them for what? This is exactly, again, what we talked about last week, that many people carry on after they invested in something emotionally and physically and financially. They hold on to that even though it is destructive. Here he invested in himself that he is king. Li Ori Bani Asitini, that he created the Nile, and it is him. After that, all this ego, it was very difficult for him to let go. So this is, we can see the contrast between what the Torah say the conduct of a king should be, and what we see in the world. And also, Leman Yarich al Mamlachto, I mean, what does it mean? I mean, some people live long, some people live less. The point is that those who do the right thing, the history will remember them with good, and he cherish their memory. Those who are destructive to their country, they spit on them. Like, for example, now let's say Assad again. Well, what the history is gonna say about him? It would have been much more respectful for him to serve his 4 years or his 8 years as elected president, do something good for his country, be really an example. It will be much better for him. Which one is better, to have amass few more $1 million, or for him to be remembered well? So this is number one. Number two, we can see with the Torah says immediately after Wasafit ben Israel, El Rashibet Abu Tam, and he said that these are the heads of the Jews. the juxtaposition, that the reason that the Torah put it together is explained, that the Torah is telling us that the leaders should always consult the wise people, the other leaders of their people. Which Rabbi writes, the salvation comes when there is multiplicity of opinion, and each one of us in life, we can realize that ideas develop when we talk to each other. It will build up and it will be more effective. This is another lesson. Number two, the other thing is, on the other side, I should say, that even though the Torah says that you have to be anav, you have to be tolerant to the people, you have to be like Hashem, because he is Hanun, you have to be Hanun. You have to, because he is merciful, you have to be merciful. It doesn't mean that you should you be too much tolerant. He has to keep the respect of the kingship, of the kingdom. And in the Torah it says that Melech shemahal al kevodo en kevodo mahul. That even though he said, yeah, I mean, call me George or call me Louis, he cannot say, you can't do that. You have to say Your Majesty. And in fact, when Shmuel was chastising Shaul HaMelech, he told him, Im katonata be'anecha, if you consider yourself small, that you have to consider yourself your king. He was telling him when he saved the king of Amalek and some of the livestock. He told him that the people told me that it is haram and will take them. He told him, haram, that was your mission. You have to do it. And so here he had the point is that that there should be respect to the kingship, because that would be respect for the whole people and for the whole kingdom. So now from here we can see that that it's like everything in life. There should be balance between being Hanun, being understand each other, and having the honor of the position intact. And also in the Torah, when Moshe wanted to have somebody to succeed him, he told him, that he called Hashem, and Rashi said that you understand each one of the people, and that what this person likes and he is different than the other. So please find a leader that he can understand that people are different. And he told him that go and choose Yehoshua. Hashem called him Asher Ruach Bo, that he has this character that he can understand the difference in people. And now in the field of the science of management, we are talking about diversity, that we have to bank and accept everyone, even though they are different. And it became a fad in the last 10-15 years, like it is something new, while the truth is the Torah that was given to us 3,500 years ago mentioned that very clearly. There is nothing that we know today in any field that is not included in the Torah. So here we can see from this parasha we can learn a lot about the leadership. And somebody can say that, you know what, I mean, this doesn't belong to me. I'm not a leader. The truth is there is no one on earth who is alive who is not a leader. If somebody is father, he is a leader of the family. Mother, she is a queen of the family. If somebody has big business that has thousands of people, of course he is a leader. If somebody has small business, he has employee, there is no question that each one of us is leader in some capacity. And those are very valuable lessons that we can learn from this parasha. And I would like to conclude by, I read an article that was written by Hacham Shmuel Mordechai, Shmuel Eliyahu, the son of Hacham Mordechai Eliyahu, the chief rabbi, alav shalom. He said that his father, he heard from his father that one Haber Knesset asked him that he just received telephone call from the prime minister to tell him that he appointed him as a minister, and if he should say Shahayanu. And he told him, "Are you happy with this position?" He told him, "I am very happy." So the rabbi answered him, "I am debating in his." He asked him when should say Shahayanu, when he knew about that, or when he's gonna take the oath, or when he's gonna tell his wife. And then, but he most importantly, he told him, he gave him an advice. He told him, "We don't know really for sure, so buy few suits, and when you wear them, you say Shahyanu because of the suit and because of the position that you were elected to." But more importantly, he told him, "I want you to strive that probably the debate should be to say Shahyanu or Hatov v'Hametiv. What's the difference?" He said, "Shahyanu when you are happy for yourself, but when you are happy and people are happy, that time the beracha should be that Hashem is tov, is good, and metiv and he will do good for the others." And this is really the lesson, that we are here to serve people. This is really the bottom line of leadership. And the most important thing is that that we have, so it won't be haughty, that we should have, that the leader should have the fear of God. And in Abot says that when he gets a bur, they should do all their work l'shem shamayim. If they do that, zchut abotam מסייעתם וצדקתם עומדת לעד, that is how they will be remembered, that they did do something good to their community. So I hope that each one of us in his capacity will have this in mind, that we are here to serve, and we are here to add good to not only to ourselves but to others also. Shabbat Shalom.